When these tradies got hired on a government job, in this case public housing, they figured it was money in the bank. Then they didn't get paid. So they all started asking the same thing. Where's Troy Lowe?
He's been seen in a white Mercedes-Benz, and he's also been seen lunching at a restaurant in Sydney's Double Bay.
Yes.
When you hear those sorts of stories, what do you think?
Well, he's using our money.
Relationships are what we do well. Remembering this is a small industry, you're only as good as your last project.
Troy Lowe, mate, pick up the phone, you need to pay your trades.
Pretty much just disappeared off the face of the earth, not replying to any emails, no phone calls, no nothing.
We're still owed quite a chunk.
Yeah, how much?
Probably about 40 grand.
Where's the money? Where are these guys' money?
Explain where the money's gone. Where has the money gone?
It's one thing to not get paid for your work.
That's our money. Our money for the work that we've done.
But it hurts even more when it's government money. Who owes you that money?
Troy from Matrix Group.
This is Troy Lowe from Matrix Group. He's made a decent living out of building social housing for the New South Wales government.
And we've got offices in Wollongong and in Sydney, and we operate and deliver projects across 3 states. It's exciting.
That's what these subcontractors were also thinking when Troy brought them on.
I thought, yeah, sure enough, cash in the bank, which it should be.
There's no shortage of trades chasing Troy Lowe. He's already received payment from the government for community housing projects like this one in Wollongong.
You think government housing job, what can go wrong? You're pretty much working for the government.
It gets worse because this is not a one-off. Despite numerous complaints from subcontractors that they haven't been paid, the New South Wales government continued to award Troy Lowe and his Matrix Group lucrative government contracts, guaranteed payments, which has snowballed into a whole new group of tradies claiming they've been left out of pocket. This bloke is a Matrix employee and Troy's right-hand man.
From my knowledge, I know that he's been paid from our clients. From like a land housing. Yeah, he's been paid.
Okay,
so where the money goes, I don't know.
From Wollongong to Wagga Wagga, subbies have walked off Matrix building sites and marched on the New South Wales government.
He has been paid for our work.
Amy from Oasis Scaffolding and Bricklaying is chasing Troy Lowe for 85 grand.
He's trying to live a champagne lifestyle on a beer man's budget, and he's using our money to prop up that lifestyle.
This will go on for a long time before it explodes, which I think is what's happening now.
Anthony Igra is a debt investigator and recovery expert. Troy sent plenty of business his way. The Debt Gun for Hire says this whole mess highlights alarming holes in state government processes.
It's always amazed me that one part of the government is creating legislation, overseeing security of payment. You've got the Small Business Commissioner in there, you've got all sorts of checks and balances around people being paid, and yet another section of the government is handing out work for which people aren't being paid.
Head contractors are required to provide signed stat decks to receive their next government progress payment. In a response to Amy and Oasis Scaffolding and Bricklaying, the New South Wales Land and Housing Corporation confirmed
LAHC has been made aware of additional complaints that Matrix has allegedly not paid its subcontractors, and it's also considering its legal position under the contract.
So, where is Troy Lowe now? Have you seen Troy Lowe lately? No.
I didn't see him for probably the last 3 weeks.
We know he loves a boat party and rubbing shoulders with premiers. At the Matrix Group HQ, the lights are out and no one's home. Sensitive government documents are strewn across the office desk. No replies to our phone calls or texts, or answers at addresses Lowe's been known to frequent. According to a close family friend, the lowdown is that Troy Lowe has split from his wife and hooked up with a Matrix employee. We don't know if Troy Lowe is on the golf course or on his bike, but what we do know is that New South Wales Police is now investigating.
We thought that we were just never going to get the money.
Painters Pablo and Nick are seeing red. 19k out of pocket spells double trouble for the Brush brothers.
They haven't caught on to him yet, so I think this is important to expose him.
At Matrix, we believe in the 3 Ps: people, partnership and process.
So if Troy Lowe does emerge, it could be a long time between celebratory cigars for the man from Matrix Group.
It's definitely a hard-hitting situation and one that I'm so glad that we've never experienced before on a government project and never hope to again.
If you've seen Troy Lowe, we'd like to hear from you. The address is on your screen.